So what's it really like after 500 hours of playing Destiny 2 as a new player? Well, we're going to go over that and much more in this video. So all that being said, if you want to see more educational, entertaining Destiny 2 content, sci-fi content, and much more, then be sure as always to like, comment, and subscribe. And a very, very big thanks to everybody as I've reached 500 subscribers on YouTube for Destiny 2. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Let's get straight into the video. It's actually crazy to think that even after 500 hours of me investing my time and my energy into Destiny 2, I still feel like I'm on that tip of the iceberg. There's still so many layers with regards to the gameplay, with regards to mechanics and weapon loadouts and learning the perks and combinations and the lore being so deep, and there's just like a plethora of things that I feel I've yet to even scratch. And that excites me a lot, because as a new player coming into this game, I thought that perhaps things would start to perhaps get a little bit more straightforward, or at least my understanding of the game would be a little bit more ingrained in my memory. And yet, the more I play, whether it's PvE or whether I'm playing competitive in Crucible, there are still so many questions I continue to ask myself, and that's the thrill. That's the actual thrill of this game, is I'm always constantly questioning new things every single day, whether it's me playing with a weapon like the Hawkmoon and studying its mechanics and intricacies, or learning about the lore with regards to what's coming in the final shape and learning the backstory of how it all began in the Red War. All of these things just encapsulate why Destiny 2 is such an amazing game, and why I feel so excited and so thrilled to be a part of the community, because there is just a mountain full of content. And especially now with the Guardian games happening with this video currently, there's just a lot. There's just so much to really appreciate and be grateful for. And perhaps so many players in Destiny 2 are just, they forget that thrill. They take too many things for granted and they just kind of let it be. But I feel so grateful to be a part of it all, and to see what the next chapter will bring for Destiny 2 as far as the episodic format that's going to be taking place soon, Into the Light coming very soon, and of course the final shape itself. There's just a lot to look forward to. And for that, I am forever, ever excited about Destiny 2 and what's in the store for the future. And so I think that as a new player, and if you're watching this and you're a new player as well, I really just recommend trying your best to take it all in as slowly as you can and at your pace, and have the most fun you can have at your pace, and not try to get yourself too involved in too many opinions, but rather just listen to your heart and have all that experience be unique and curated for yourself. So that being said, let's move on. I'll admit, I think I've become quite obsessed recently with weapon crafting. I think that's one of the things that I love about Destiny 2, is just the crafting in general, and being able to really swap between weapons, test things out, see how it feels in your hands, or at least in the game, and just really create your own unique playstyle through the game. And I feel like that's truly an amazing experience, because in other PvP games, you're often given a character that's already kind of built, already fleshed out. But in Destiny 2, you are the creator. You are the one who has the paintbrush, and you're kind of putting things all together and making it all feel seamless. And over time, as you grow up the game, and as the game continues to evolve and incorporates new weapons and new mechanics, new perks, I think the weapon catalog in Destiny 2 is so vast. And that gives me, someone who loves to create, someone who loves to theory craft all the time, it gives my brain this invigorating feeling of joy, jubilance, something that no other game has given me. Again, I've come from, you know, Counter-Strike and Overwatch and Apex and every other FPS game you can possibly think of, but none of them really gave me that true essence of picking and choosing how I really want to play with that gun. So, for example, a lot of legendary guns in this game give you a huge array of perks, whether it's Golden Tricorn or Incandescent or you know, One for All or Surplus, Rampage, Kill Clip, Heal Clip. There's just a long grocery list of different perks and things that you can really mix together. And you feel like an alchemist almost, because you're like, you dive into this game and you're given so much. Even with armor too, like you can have different armor mods to make your loadout even stronger or very unique to a subclass. And in my case, since I main Strand and I main Solar, those are my two main subclasses I typically play as a hunter. And I just find myself always swapping between different weapon perks and mod perks just to see how they combine and blend together to create this cool fusion of explosions and thrills for PvE and for PvP, and having multiple builds for two different, you know, facets of the game. That to me is what makes this game brilliant. It's just this large open infinite window of opportunity to create things, and Destiny 2 is unlike any other game for that. So I have to give credit where credit is due. Destiny 2, you've made my brain happy because I can create so many cool loadouts to share with you folks on stream. So that being said, let's move on. As a content creator, the one thing that I would say many of us look for is a game that really gives us the chance to broaden our horizons, but also express ourselves in the most profound and genuine way. And I think with Destiny 2, it's given me permission to do so. And that's simply because there's just a plethora of content that varies from PvE to PvP and a little mixture of both in between. But that's the beauty and I think the essence of why I love coming back to Destiny 2. And it's because the content is so rich that I'm able to create content that is also rich and profound and informative. And one of the things that I love about Destiny 2 is that it's always educating you, which is why I love making content that is all about educating, but also entertaining, hence edutainment. And I love that because other games are typically very linear, or at least one-sided or one-dimensional. That is to say, they're either very PvE driven or they're very PvP driven. And so there's no real medium between, there's no real middle ground. And I think while people will argue and say that this game has far too many things and it has no identity, for me personally, I feel like Destiny 2 is unique in that regard. And that's what its identity is. It's a game that really combines the best of both worlds in a way that feels fun, that feels invigorating, that feels satisfying. And so long as you take your time and not rush through things and not try to be this person who tries to get everything in one fell swoop, there's something to find and really enjoy. And being a content creator, I think for this game is brilliant. It's fantastic. I feel so excited every single day. I wake up thinking about new ideas, new content to create. And so look forward to all that very soon, by the way. But I just wanted to close off and say that Destiny 2 has given my brain that creative juice that I've been lacking for so long. And after 500 hours, I feel as if there's a lot for me to really chew on. And so if you're into PvP, look forward to more of that. If you're into more PvE, of course, look forward to that too. I have a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline for that. And so I just want to say once again, a big thanks to everybody And let's just keep this game growing. Let's just make this community a great one. And let's not take things for granted. Let's just be a more positive and uplifting community. And let's be a good example for other communities to look up to and perhaps learn from. So thank you again for being here and listening to my whole spiel about 500 hours. Again, it feels like nothing's really changed from the time I started till the time I am now. But I feel like a lot has changed as far as me as a person. I've grown as a person, and that's because of all of you folks who have made it all possible for me to do this. But just Destiny 2 as a whole, it's just been such a brilliant game. I love the lore. I love weapons. I love weapon crafting and theory crafting, and all those things are what make me so excited to play, so jubilant to play. So until next time, look forward to more content, as I said. And as always, new warriors, stay strong, keep fighting, and may the force be with you all, always. Alrighty? Take care, and see you again soon.